Hello everyone, I'm Forrest Fisher from Simply Piano, Tuning, Repair, and Events. Welcome back to another episode of Theory Thursday, and today's episode is dealing with minor chords, augmented chords, and diminished chords. But what do all those mean? Well, come on over to the piano and I'll show you. Alright everyone, so here we are at the piano to look at minor chords and how to build those. So the minor chord, it has the same intervals as the major chord. However, they are switched. If you remember from last video, a major chord is built by taking a major third and then stacking a minor third on top of it. Now in a minor chord, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to put a minor third as its foundation, and then we're going to stack a major third on top. So let's take C minor first. Now we're going to start on C, obviously. We're going to build a minor third from it, so that's one whole step and one half step. So here we have our minor third, and now we're going to build our major third on top of it, which is two whole steps from the E flat. So 1, 2, 3. This is the minor C minor chord. All right. It comprises of C and E flat and G. Now, just like major chords, the minor chords have their own inversions, and it's the same principle as I illustrated in the last video. So we have a root position for C minor, first inversion, second inversion. In all three of those, just like the major chords, roots on the top, first inversion, second inversion, roots in the middle. All right? Okay, now let's talk about augmented chords. Now we're going to go back to the major chord. Now the augmented chord basically means you're going to take the top note and you're going to raise it from root position. You're going to take a top note from root position and raise it by one half step. So in the case of our C major chord, we're going to take the G and we're going to raise it up by one half step. All right, so here we have our C augmented chord. Kind of sounds interesting, doesn't it? And of course, as always, we can invert it. So this is second inversion, first inversion, and root. And just like before with the minor chords, first inversion, the root is always going to be on the top. And second inversion, the root's always going to be in the middle. And I should also mention, so the augmented chord, you can build it by taking two major thirds and stacking them on top of each other. So we have C and E and G sharp. All right? So two major thirds stacked on top of each other. Now let's go to the diminished chord. All right? So for this one, we're going to go back to the minor chord. We're going to go back to our C minor chord right here. Now, instead of raising the top note of root position by one half step, we're going to lower it by one half step, which lowers this note down to G flat. So the C diminished chord, we have C and E flat and G flat. Kind of sounds like a train whistle to me. I hope that helps y'all. All right. And as mentioned before, we can invert it. All right. Actually, before we talk about the inversions, so let's talk about how to build this. So it's basically two minor thirds stacked on top of each other. So C, we go up a whole step and a half step to E flat, and then from E flat we go up a whole step and then another half step, which brings us to G flat. All right. Now we can invert it and have the same notes, but then the intervals aren't quite the same as always. Now the other thing you can do, so what I'm doing here is I'm just going up to the next note in the diminished chord and building a new diminished chord. So this is a different diminished chord, and this is another diminished chord. So you're just stacking minor thirds, and then I'm going up to the next one, adding a minor third on the other end, taking that one away, adding another minor third on the end. But of course you can also do inversions like we've been doing with the same notes. Alright, so there's a look at minor chords, augmented chords, and diminished chords. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that episode of Theory Thursday. If you did enjoy it, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any other videos that we post. We have other series on this channel, including Tuning Tuesday, where we go through how to tune a piano, and Music Monday, where I play various pieces of music. So if any of that interests you, please hit the subscribe button. And that's all I got for you. Goodbye.